Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
And I'm Andrew Thomas.
Shut up and sit down.
So, Mr. Shanker,
Yes.
All-Star Weekend is
Mhm.
finally done. The NBA feels more normal now. Am I right?
It does, but I feel like it's going to be very chaotic because of the trade deadline is coming around the corner. It's March 8th right now, and the trade deadline is in 17 days.
It's getting really close, and I'm kind of looking forward to see all the drama go down and stuff. Because Andre Drummond, I think, is one of the bigger names,
Yes.
and he was in trade talks last year for the trade deadline.
Yeah, and then he got traded.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be a lot of last minute things that happen, like you said with Andre Drummond. Vucevic, who's been in there talking about trade talks with him, Oladipo, Marvin Bagley, a lot of big names who are out there. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot that happened. But I hope everyone had a great weekend. It was
It was
a
very
very
eventful
exciting
Sunday
weekend.
night.
Very exciting for sports, especially Sunday night if you watched, as I watched it with Andrew, and
Yeah, we had a good time.
we were going crazy, especially in the All Star game. So to start off, we are going to talk about the All Star weekend. So why don't we just talk about the dunk contest? Anthony Simmons, he won.
I'm
What do
sorry. I
what do
think
you think
Toppin
about it?
got robbed.
Oh, 100%.
I think that it wasn't like there were no dunks. Besides, Toppin had good dunks, but Simons also had good dunks, but it's like nothing that got you out of your seat besides one that Toppin did. I think it was like when he did that windmill from almost the free throw line, I was like, whoa, but it wasn't like a
Yeah.
whoa. And it wasn't the dunk contest is getting worse and worse every year. Like
Last year was good. I gotta say, last year was really good.
that's because Aaron Gordon was there. And it was
Yeah.
eventful. There was drama.
Hmm.
So that also helps. But I think
Yeah.
that it's just been getting like there's nobodies, and I feel like because we don't know who's in the dunk contest, like they're great dunkers, but it has to be wowing. Like, oh my goodness. Like I feel like we see them a lot, and I feel like we're getting used to more athletic dunks and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like this year was also very different because well, I mean, obviously, what they normally do is they'll have each day of the weekend dedicated to a particular event, right?
Yeah.
So,
I like the
what
fact that they squeezed it all in one day. I liked it.
I liked it, but I didn't like it, right? I mean, I liked it because everything was happening, so I really got to enjoy everything. The one thing I didn't like was that the dunk contest was at halftime. I understand why they did it in order to save time, but I feel like it was just so rushed. Like
Yeah, it really was.
I could
I did not like the dunk contest, and I still think the NBA should start a 1v1 for All-Star
that
Weekend.
that would be amazing. 1v1, 2v2, that would be great.
Awesome. I'd
Yeah.
love to see that.
Yeah, the fans could choose everything. But I mean, I think yeah, this dunk contest, it was just not it was uneventful. There was like maybe one or two dunks, like you were saying, that I could really say, wow, that was really good. But
Yeah, and
also,
Toppin was one of them.
yeah, and I do like the fact that the judges were all players that have been in the dunk contest and that have won the dunk contest. He had a lot of big names there: Matumbo, Jason Richardson, Spud Webb. It was a lot of guys there.
Dominique,
Yeah,
one of the best.
yeah. Um, but I think they went so harsh on the players,
They were. They really were.
right? They went
No 50s,
so
I think.
sorry?
I don't think there was any 50s, was there?
No, it was not 150, I'm pretty sure. Or there was a 49, which was like the
Not
most,
even an all 10. It's crazy.
yeah. It was crazy, but I think the NBA needs to figure out what they need to do in order to make it more eventful. I mean, next year things will hopefully be back to normal by All Star break, in which it'll be a normal All Star weekend, having each day be dedicated to something. But
Yes.
the skills challenge. Let's talk about
I
that.
liked it.
Sabonis won very quickly. The whole thing lasted like 20 minutes, as it always does.
Yeah. And the
Um,
skills challenge lasted what, like 20 seconds? Usually?
not yeah, about 20 seconds. I mean, Sabonis was a pretty big surprise. I thought it would be Chris Paul.
I thought it would be Chris Paul too, but I was rooting for Sabonis in the
Yeah.
finals.
But the big mans are coming in. They've been winning, and the
I feel
Lakers
like
are
I
gonna keep
always root
winning.
for the underdogs in these competitions and stuff. Besides the All-Star game.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the NBA needs to add something else as well to the skills challenge because it's good, but it's so fast. It's so
Yeah,
fast
it
paced.
really is. They need to add more.
Yeah, and it's like it's over just like that, right? Like it's not as exciting.
Yeah, I
Um,
liked it when they did it back in the 2000s with like Steve Nash, Chris Paul. And I'm sorry, Chris Paul missed the layup 2 times in the 2 times he's been in the skills challenge. That was funny.
that was really funny. That was
Yeah,
so funny.
I think if they have also big names, like obviously they have big names, I think that it would be interesting if they had like a cycle around the court like they used to. Like you pass it, the bounce pass, the mid-range jump shot, or you can
Mhm.
make that a three. The dribbling,
Yeah,
and I think it would be good.
yeah, 100%. I agree with you. Um, they just need to do more, right? But it's cool,
Yes.
but it's not like, oh damn, I can't wait for the skills challenge. Like nobody says that.
Well, I look forward to it, but it's not like, oh my goodness, exciting.
Yeah, you're the only person I know that that looks forward to the skills challenge.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I like it.
yeah, but
Could
the
be
one
better.
thing that was very out of the three events, this was by far the most fun to watch, and it always
100%.
is fun to watch. It's never not bad to watch the 3-point challenge, 3-point contest. Stephen Curry obviously took home the gold and a great game. First round, he had 31 points. Second round, he had
That's
28.
a record.
Yeah. And he almost got beat by Mike Conley, but then he pulled through on the last
Yeah.
second shot. Um,
I
so,
love Mike Conley. Mike Conley was on fire.
yeah. I mean, we saw a lot of great players out there. One player that I thought would do better but did not do as well was Jalen Brown. He was the worst one the entire one.
Yeah, I thought he would do better.
Yeah, same with Zach Levine, but he came what, second to last?
I think so.
Yeah. But overall, what is there anything else you would want to touch on about the 3-point contest?
No, I just want to say I'm happy for Mike Conley because of him being an all-star and he got a lot of attention.
He
So
did.
I think he did get snubbed in the past. So I think that even though he shouldn't have gotten it this year, I'm glad that he got it.
Yeah, I'm glad that he got something because he
Yeah.
needed it.
Yeah,
He
he
needed it.
did get snubbed in, I'm gonna say 2017, in my opinion.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah. But the main event, All Star Game, which
That
was
was hype.
that was uh, really fun to watch. It was very fun to watch, but I feel like it was. I mean, it was just Team LeBron literally doing the most
Yeah,
bizarre, ridiculous things that you would ever see. They had in the second quarter 60 points.
that's crazy. 100 points and a half. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Some teams
insane.
don't even score 100 in a game,
Yeah,
which is pretty sad, but
yeah.
it still happens.
I mean, there was so much going on. I mean, first, Giannis winning All Star MVP. I'm gonna assume you agree that he deserved it, right?
Nah, 100%.
LeBron should
100%.
have gotten it.
100% and literally 100%.
Literally 35 points, 100% from the field. He pretty much did everything. He had 7 rebounds, a steal, a block. Uh, Undoubtedly,
It's ridiculous. It was awesome.
insane. I mean, just Team LeBron overall was doing so well.
Yeah, when
Steph did
Steph and
really
Dame hit those half-court shots, I was
kind of back
out
to
of my
back.
chair.
Me and you both. We were both off our chair. We were going crazy.
And when
Um,
the lobs, Chris Paul dunked.
Chris Paul dunked, Steph dunked, or off an alley oop. I did
Yeah,
not expect that. I mean,
crazy. It's awesome to watch.
it was just crazy. I mean, Team Durant, they could have done.
Injuries.
It was injuries, really. Yeah, I'll give them that. But it was Kyrie for them, really. Kyrie
Yes,
was
that's
really
about
good
it.
a lot. And then
And
Zion was just all over the place. He missed so many dunks. It
yeah,
was insane. He could have had
yeah,
like 20 points at least.
yeah, I think so. If he made those, and also Beal was pretty good on the scoring end
Yeah,
as usual.
as usual. Yeah.
But All Star Weekend was awesome. Well, All Star Sunday was awesome.
Mhm.
But let's head on to back to the regular NBA. We'll calm down a little bit with Blake Griffin signing with the Nets for the veterans minimum. I think that's about $1 million.
It is. It's $1.2 million.
It's a lot of money,
It's a
but
lot of money
not for the NBA.
for the normal people, but for the NBA, it is the minimum, which is ridiculous, but that's what it is. Um,
Could you imagine getting 1.2 million? You'd be set for Like
years.
that's crazy to get in a year.
That's absolutely insane. I mean, you can do so much with it, and he already has a ton of money, so it doesn't really matter
Oh yeah, no way.
whatever he
Doesn't
gets.
matter at
But
all.
I think for him it was good because the Nets are one of the front runners along with the Lakers
Yeah,
on winning the chip right now. Um, so I think it was a smart move by him because it's a complete 180 going from the Pistons
yeah,
to the Nets. I think for especially for the Nets, it's a win-win situation all around. It's nothing that they lost. I mean, the Nets are able to get a solid-ish player for nothing for them, pretty much.
yeah. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Blake Griffin is solid. I think that partial of the fact is that he wasn't interested in playing for the Pistons and
William.
shooting numbers. He fell off. His athleticism is gone. And this
He
was
can't
a
do
guy that
it.
jumped over the hood of a car.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that he's going to be a very impactful for the Nets
I think
much.
he can be though.
I really don't have much faith in him because of all like the injury and then him losing faith in everything that happened with the Pistons and that being a disaster. I mean, he's not going to be first off he's not going to be able to score, right? But you don't need him to score. That's the first thing. But he's not going to be able to really get many boards. He may get some. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think he's 6'10".
yeah, he's never been much of a defender. So he's
Never.
not going to be a defender now, and he can't shoot. He has not been able to shoot the ball for years now. And he's not athletic. He has not dunked in 2 years, 3 years
Yeah.
now.
I
So,
still think that I think he will be able to shoot better, but we'll see how it goes.
I think we'll be fine at best. I mean, I don't really think that he's gonna be all that, obviously, but off the bench, meh, he'll be fine. It's
Off
not
the
but
bench, Off the bench, he's good. He's a decent
yeah,
starter and he's a good bench player.
he's below decent for starting, but he's a good bench player, I'll give him that. But,
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah. Let's go to the NFL world real quick as the something we were anticipating because I was not sure if it was gonna happen, but it happened. Dak Prescott re-signed with the Dallas Cowboys, $180 million, 4 years, $66 million guaranteed.
Imagine that.
Guarantee.
Imagine that.
So
$180 million divided by 4, 45 million a year. 45 million, you're set for life.
obviously, yeah.
It's crazy.
So I know well you were telling me before that you were talking about the Colts and that he should have gone to the Colts and it would have been so much better.
Yep.
Talk about
Less
that.
money, but he still would have been a better team. Great defense, good offense, one of the best offensive lines in the league.
Yeah, I mean they'd probably the best offensive line, but they chip. I mean they could win this. They would have been able to win the Super Bowl with that. But honestly, they're still like a good team, the Colts, anyways.
Yeah.
But Cowboys are 100% going to be playoff team ready. Um, I mean, before Dak got injured, they were actually doing really well. Um,
Yeah. Even
Dak,
though they lost their games, they were all competitive.
yeah, they were all very competitive. Dak was doing remarkable. He was at that time
Really
a
good.
top 5 quarterback, doing well
Yes.
passing, doing well rushing. He was doing everything that he could be. He was looking to have his best year and looking to be the passing yard leader. Um,
Yeah.
but obviously the injuries got it worse, and they became the worst team in the NFC East. But now, pretty much since the NFC East is so weak, I think the only competition the Cowboys have are the Giants, which my Giants, I love them, but they probably won't make it unless they can get really lucky with Daniel Jones coming out. But it's probably not going to happen. But do you think he deserved the money? I mean, I know that he wanted it, and
Deserved money, but not that much money.
yes, I agree.
I think that he is big overpaid. That 66 million guaranteed is ridiculous.
That 180 million is ridiculous. I mean, I understand he just wanted money. That's all he really wanted, and he tried
Yeah.
to get it
Fucking
last
it
year.
up.
He wanted to get it last year, but the Cowboys wouldn't give it to him, so franchise tag. But now they need to give him the money, and they did it. Jerry Jones finally did it, and I think he's going to be a great quarterback for them, though.
Yes, I agree. I think it'd be great.
Yep.
So, but the Cowboys are looking towards the playoff run. We'll see how they do, but we'll see.
Hmm.
So let's go on to the top 5 quarterbacks. And I don't have Dak in this, but he is very close.
He's top 10 probably.
Top 10 definitely. But for number 5 for me, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go for my list. Number 1, I have Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Aaron Rodgers. Number 3, Deshaun Watson. Number 4, I have Josh Allen. And number 5, Russell Wilson.
I mean, looking on paper and thinking about it, like statistically and even just logically, I agree with that. I mean, Patrick
Okay.
Mahomes, I think he's
Okay.
going to.
We have an agreement. Okay.
The
I
one
like that.
thing I will say, which is going to change my mind, is what happens with Deshaun Watson. If Deshaun Watson goes to a good team, and I mean like a good team, like a playoff contender team, like let's say he can somehow get his way to the 49ers, then
Well,
I
if he
think,
gets to the 49ers, I put him at 2. But right now he's a 3.
yeah, but even if he doesn't get to that, the 49ers, even if he gets to just a playoff contender, I still think that him and Aaron Rodgers will be at the 2. They will be like competing. They will be tied at best because Deshaun Watson was unbelievable this past season with
Yes.
pretty much this was his best year.
With
And
nobody.
he
Without
had
D-Hop.
nobody. He made players like alive. Will Fuller was a great player, but he made him a top 15 receiver.
Yep.
Brent-
He made Brandon Cooks a great receiver.
He made Brandon Cooks a great wide receiver too. He was able to utilize everything so well, and I've talked about it this entire year. I'm not going to talk about it again because I if you want to hear, you can hear my other all our other podcasts on football and just everything we talk about. But he has that quality where he can just do so well with everything, and
Yes. That's not every
um,
given.
yeah. So I think that's going to be the biggest thing. But I mean, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is going to have a vengeance for that Super Bowl run, and he's going to go on a tear.
The offensive line was horrible.
They were terrible. They need to fix that. Josh Allen, I think that he is going to be remarkable this season. I think that he may even be better. And Russ, I don't think he'll be better. I think that
he'll definitely be worse, but I think he'll still be a great quarterback.
I think he'll be great. But I would not be surprised if that he was not in top 5. I think he will guaranteed be top 10, but I'm not guaranteeing that he will be top 5. But
I'm
these are,
guaranteeing top 10 with you, yes. Not guaranteeing top 5.
yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of players that can go up for him. Which honestly, I'm not going to rule him out because I've ruled him out almost every single year, and I can't anymore. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is 100% top 10.
He's 100% top 10, but I'm not ruling him out for top 5. I can't.
I can't either. He's
Nope.
great. He led the team awesomely.
Yeah.
He was great.
The only other players that I will say, like besides Russ and Tom Brady, that could compete for the top 5 position is Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott.
Yep, I agree with Lamar Jackson.
I'm going to go with someone that's underrated, Justin Herbert. I think that it's a long shot.
It is a long shot.
But
it's almost 0.
It's a long shot. But out of all those guys, he's probably the last one. But I would not be surprised because in his rookie year, he was a top 10 quarterback, in my opinion.
Yep. I think Joe Burrow is going to do good this season, but he won't be top 10 yet.
No, he'll be top 15 at best, but it's going to take him a little while, especially since they don't have much. I mean, they have a good wide receiver core actually, but with Tyler Boyd,
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, but they don't have an offensive line. They don't have a defense. They don't have any tight ends.
I think Joe Burrow led the league in sacks taken or something.
Something like that. I'm pretty sure it was Carson Wentz, but Joe Burrow was like up there.
You're right. It was Carson Wentz.
Yep. That's all for today, everyone.
Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts were on all the topics we talked about with the NFL and the NBA.
Tune in to the next episode on Friday. See you guys next time.